Okay, guys, I'm doing something completely and utterly different. It is October 1st, so that obviously explains why I'm wearing Christmas earrings, these busted reindeer ears, and there is a Christmas backdrop behind me. October 18th, I believe, is when the Hallmark Christmas movies begin, and I'm sorry. For those of you who are new here, I'm Jen. This is my channel. I watch stuff. That's why the channel is called Jen Watches Stuff. So let's take a look at the Hallmark movies that are going to come out this year. I haven't looked at a single title. I posted to my Instagram account a picture of all of the movies that are coming out. I haven't looked at the titles of any of these. I just posted that picture. I didn't mean to save it to surprise myself with these titles, but here we are. So I'm literally going to open up a website, find where these movies live, as in where I can find a list of them. And I am going to go through each one of them and, as my kids suggested, make a tier list for these. Now, I'm not adept enough to make my tier list at the same time that I'm talking to you guys because I have too many things going on. But I will be making a tier list, and I'm going to show you what that tier list looks like. And through the magic of, editing a video, I will be able to put things onto the tier list as I'm talking to you. At least that's my hope. We're going to find out if that is a thing that I can do. Because I really don't know what I'm doing. But let's give it a whirl. Hallmark apparently is not doing Miracles of Christmas this year. I went to the website. I'm like, here are the movies that are going to be coming on the Hallmark channel. Where will they tell me the movies that will be coming on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, where we see the Miracles of Christmas movies, which are usually, that's where they're going to put the movies that are a little bit heavier or religious movies or things like that are going to come out on the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel, and they usually air one of those every week. So we get 10, 11 of those every year, and it looks like we don't have any. If I'm reading this correctly, I will make sure that before I edit this, I'll do some more research, but that's what it looks like, that it's not going to be a thing. So I have seen some of the titles because I had to go pull this up, but I have already forgotten what they are, except for the very first one. And, let's talk about the tier list. So for the tier list, we have, let me tell you what our categories are going to be. And hopefully I haven't lost the tier list already, but it really wouldn't surprise me if that were the case. Not sure what the hell I did with it. This is what happens when you be trying to do things on the fly. Okay, so here's the tier list. For our top category, you've got Hark, the Hallmark Angels Sing. This is going to be the top of... Now, and I didn't say, obviously, I haven't seen these movies. This is based only on the description of the movies and who's in these movies. Whether or not I think this is going to be a smash or trash. So, Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing. That's going to be a smash, okay? Below that, we've got Jingle Yes, okay? Which is this is going to be a good one. Third down, we've got I See You Santa, okay? Which means also, this... I'm going to watch all of these, but this is just my level of excitement or how good I think these are going to be. So it's going to be fun at the end of the season to see how much disappointment I have. But anyway, and then fourth place, we've got Silent Nighty Night Yawn. This sounds like a total bore. And then finally in last place, sounds like it got run over by a reindeer. So this would be the trash category, which to me sounds like it is going to pain me to have to sit and watch this. And you know what? Maybe this is going to be a year. We only got 24 movies coming out, I think, or 25. So maybe this is going to be a year where we don't even put anything in that category, we're going to find out. So let's go look right now. First up. So this one is complicated because first up is Mistletoe Murders. Now, this is a series that ran on, oh God, was it on Hallmark Movies Now or Hallmark Plus or something like that? The thing is, at some point I had one of these, and I will find out what it is and put it up here. And I watched this series already, and I absolutely loved this series. So even though, so it's going to start on October 17th, so I was close. And, well, the movies maybe do start on the 18th. It's going to start on October 17th, and it is going to run each week through Friday, November 21st. This has Sarah Drew and Peter Mooney. And I will go ahead and read the synopsis because I plan to do that for everything else, even though I know what happens in this series. Mistletoe Murders follows Emily Lane, played by Sarah Drew, the outwardly friendly and optimistic shop owner of a charming year-round Christmas-themed store under the mistletoe. However, her inner voice reveals a sardonic sense of humor, cunning intellect, and a keen eye for details most people would miss. Because Emily has a big secret. Residing in the quaint tourist town of Fletcher's Grove, Emily finds herself compelled to investigate not-so-quaint local murders. And when Emily begins her personal investigations, Detective Sam Wilner, played by Peter Mooney, a smart local cop with a crush on Emily that is not completely unrequited, begins to wonder if there's more to Emily than meets the eye. Again, banger, but a rerun. And usually I hate it when they give us a rerun and pass it off because it's at the debut of it on Hallmark and they act like this is something new. That usually drives me bananas, but I'm going to go ahead and give this a Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing because I really, really enjoyed this series. I love Sarah Drew. It was a lot of fun. I love a good murder mystery anyway. So this Christmas murder combo situation absolutely works for me. Again, bummer that it's something that we've already seen and it's not something brand new, but I'll probably totally watch it again. So, okay. Next up, on October 18th, Saturday, October 18th, we have a Royal Montana Christmas, and it stars Fiona Gubelman, who, okay, well, we'll get to how I feel about it after we read it. Fiona Gubelman and Warren Christie. Overwhelmed by her royal duties. Okay, it's a royal movie. Okay, it's already in okay, Santa, I see you territory. Princess Victoria of Zelarnia, played by Fiona Gubelman, is ready for a change of pace. Looking to decompress in the days leading up to Christmas, she decides to take a vacation to Peaceful Pines Ranch in Montana, where she celebrated Christmas as a child with her late father. Upon arrival, she meets her dashing guide, Huntley Blaylock, played by Christie, who presents her and the other guests at the ranch with a rustic experience that is far from the royal treatment. This Christmas, Huntley must decide if he wants to step into a leadership role and carry on the family's ranch legacy as his parents, the owners, approach retirement. Unaware of her status as a princess, Huntley puts Victoria through the rigors of a Montana ranch experience. Victoria also plans to help Huntley revive the ranch's Christmas holiday, that's Holly-Day dance. Victoria finds herself charmed by both Huntley and this different pace of life. As the two start to fall for each other, things get complicated when Huntley discovers Victoria is a princess. As Christmas approaches and her time at the ranch comes to an end, Victoria must decide if she should return to her royal life or stay in Montana with Huntley and the ranch she has grown so fond of. Okay, first of all, I feel like they just told us the entire movie. Like they kind of did, which they didn't even really need to tell us the entire movie because we have seen a version of this movie many times. However, first of all, let me say something about Hallmark movies in general. I need to be transparent because I have done this Hallmark movies watching project for the last several years. I'll look and see when I started it and I'll put something up on the screen. But when it comes to watching in the off season, as I call it, like movies that come out during the time that is not Christmas season, I have been pretty much terrible about watching those the last 2 years for sure. maybe the last 3 years. Like, unless I hear, like, the only thing that's coming to my mind from the last several years that I watched and I loved, and it's not like I would try to watch something and I would just not be able to get into it. So I cannot fairly say there hasn't been anything good that's come out on Hallmark in the last several years. I've just been, since I'm saying that for me, I would rather watch something else most of the time. And the exception that is popping to mind was the one that was set in Paris that had Bethany Joy Lenz, because I absolutely love her, and she was eating a bunch of cheese. I love that movie, and there is a review of it on my channel. I'll post a little screenshot of it right here. But for the most part, like, this is just a project that I like to take on because I love Christmas. I love Christmas movies, and I've been doing it, and I just don't want to break my streak. And last year I didn't complete it because I was just life be lifing. And so this year I'm hoping to complete it, especially since I'm only going to have like 25 movies instead of 40 something movies to watch. I think I'm going to be able to handle this. I hope so. Anyway, and as I'm doing this, if my eyes are going all around the place, I kind of forget where I should be looking for, to like look into the look into the camera. So the whole time, for all I know, I'm looking like in a completely opposite direction, but you know, that's okay. Anyway, but when it comes to a princess holiday movie, I mean, that makes me pretty excited. Number one. Number two, I love Warren Christie because he was in that movie with Henry Winkler and I want to say Brooke something, the one who was in the Gourmet Detective movies and stuff, also completely blanking. But anyway, and it's a movie from several years ago. The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, I want to say. It's a classic. I love that movie. Anybody who watches Hallmark movies has probably seen that movie and probably loves it because it seems like everybody always loves that movie. And he was in the one that I loved from last year, the year before, and it was a road trip. Oh God, and I'm blanking on anybody else who was in the movie, but it was this random like ensemble cast, but they had to go on this, like, it was a road trip type of movie, and I loved the movie. So I'm a Warren Christie fan. Fiona Gubelman, I don't know, like, I would have to go and look and see if any of the movies that she's been have like made it very high on my list, because off the top of my head there isn't anything. I mean, I know who she is. I've watched movies with her in it. I have nothing against her, but she is not like a Bethany Joy Lenz for me by any stretch of the imagination. All of that being said, though, I'm still gonna have to give this a Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing because it's a royal movie. It's got Warren Christie wearing a cowboy hat, so we're gonna have to do that. Okay, next. I'm gonna have to get through this faster because this is at 11 minutes already, but anyway, okay. Number 3, airing on Sunday, March 19th. It's called A Christmas Angel Match, starring Megan Ory and Benjamin Ayers. Monica and Michael are Christmas angels, tasked with bringing destined soulmates together during the most magical season of all. Typically, angels work alone, but when the Christmas Connection department faces the threat of downsizing, Monica and Michael are unexpectedly paired to ensure that Daisy and Patrick fall in love before Christmas. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to read all of the rest of this because there's a lot of words, but I will go to the end where it says, as Christmas Eve draws near, Monica and Michael worry that their differences will keep them from completing their mission in time. But just when it seems all hope is lost, a surprising turn of events changes everything, leading to a Christmas connection no one saw coming. Okay. Love Benjamin Ayers. Absolutely love him. I like Megan Ory fine. And I actually like the movie that she was in last year, the year before, with that had her real life husband in it. Way more than I feel like I should have. Question mark, because I don't think it was a very good movie, but I still enjoyed it. So, and Angels, I don't know, even though I literally have a category card called Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing. As far as like Angels in a Hallmark movie, I'm not necessarily like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this. I don't know, even with Benjamin Ayres, guys, I'm feeling Silent Nighty Night Yawn. I don't feel like it's going to be trash. I want it to be good because I really like Benjamin Ayres, but like the description, that's what it's giving me, even with Benjamin Ayres in it. So that's where it is. And you know what? I hope that it makes me eat my words and that it turns out to be like freaking amazing. And that's what I'm hoping. But that's where I am with that. Okay. Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper. Oh my God, guys. Robert Buckley and Kimberly Sustad. Okay. I don't have to read the description for this to tell you this is Hark, the Hallmark Angels Sing, because Kimberly Sustad is my girl. I love her. She's probably my number one Hallmark. Like, she and Bethany Joy are like way up there together. I absolutely adore her. It doesn't even matter really if the movie is all that great. I would watch it because she's in it. And Robert Buckley, I love from, oh my God, he was in a movie last year, the year before. It was the first movie that came out, and I really enjoyed it. And I think he's adorable. And I've seen something else with him in it that I feel like has something to do with the Home Shopping Channel of some sort. But I feel like I also could be making that up. Anyway, 1,000,000%, I am all in for this. And if this one is not good, I'll be crushed. Like, it will hurt like right here inside of my soul if this isn't good because of the lineup already. Okay, so let's see what it says. This is Saturday, October 25th. Weatherman Ted Cooper, played by Buckley, loves Christmas, but the past 3 have been terrible. This year, Ted has made up his mind that things will be different. This will be the Christmas things turn around for him. But Ted's relentless optimism is about to be put to the test as he is faced with a litany of injuries and obstacles when he travels back to his hometown of Lackawanna, New York, for the holidays. Within hours of arriving at his sister Kate's house, he finds himself making a trip to urgent care after falling off a ladder while hanging decorations. While there, he runs into Ruth Mittens, his former high school science teacher who was always his cheerleader, and he also reconnects with the charming Hope Miller, except now she's Dr. Hope Miller, with whom he went to high school and quietly crushed on from afar. Yes, I'm reading this whole thing. Ted is optimistic that this budding romance is the beginning of his Christmas comeback, but his looming holiday bad luck still has a few curveballs in store for him. Luckily for Ted, he won't have to face them alone. He'll have the support of Kate, Ruth, and Hope to help him overcome the challenges thrown his way and finally enjoy a well-earned Merry Christmas. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't really matter who's in it. For me, Kimberly Sustad, Robert Buckley. Okay. I've already said Hark. Okay, let's get to the next one. 5. Finding Mr. Christmas. Oh, this is a show. This is a rerun. And because they did this last year, and I didn't watch it last year, and I don't think I should have to watch it this year because I don't think it should count as part of Countdown to Christmas. I mean, it can count as part of Countdown to Christmas, but I don't think it has to count as part of my project. So I'm not even going to rank this. Let's move on. If you want to, I love Jonathan Bennett. I love Melissa Peterman. They are judges on this show. This is a reality show, if you're not familiar, where it's like Finding Mr. Christmas follows 10 aspiring actors who compete in a variety of outrageous Christmas-themed competitions to prove they have what it takes to land the next Hallmark leading role. The guy who won this last year was in a movie that was so terrible that it was hilarious. Oh my God, I can see the lady who was in it. Jessica something. I blank. It starts with an L. No, won't be watching. But I don't, if you want to watch, I don't begrudge you. Just my reality shows are like Great British Baking Show and Top Chef and Guys. I watch a lot of them, but they're usually just like not, I don't think I'll be watching this. Number 6 is also a series called Baked with Love Holiday. It does have Tamara. This comes on October 27th. It does have Tamara Mowry Housley, and guest judge is a renowned chef whose name I don't recognize. Anna Haugh, Haugh. Talented home bakers face off in a warm-hearted family recipe bake-off. I love a Christmas baking show. I probably won't be watching this. It's not going on the tier list. Number 7, we finally have a movie here. Christmas on Duty, Saturday, November 1st, starring Janelle Parrish. I like Janelle Parrish. And Parker Young. I don't know who Parker Young is. The picture is the two of them. They're wearing fatigues and they're in a toy store, and they have some weird, like, almost, maybe they're holding lightsabers. Maybe they're having a lightsaber. Okay. Like a lightsaber fight or something. So that's fun. Okay. Blair and Josh have been bitter rivals ever since they trained together at the basic school in Quantico. Where they were both at the top of their class, competing to be number 1. But after graduation, Blair got Josh's dream job, and they haven't spoken since. Their paths cross unexpectedly at the base holiday party, where the two get in an argument and cause a scene. As punishment, Blair and Josh are both assigned to Christmas duty, where they'll work through the Yuletide together for 24 hours straight. They plan to stay away from each other, but when a snowstorm prevents all the Christmas presents from being delivered to base, they are forced to team up for a special mission to save Christmas. Guys, this is no offense to our people in the armed services who risk their lives to protect our country. I have nothing but the greatest admiration and respect for them. I wish that we didn't have wars and they didn't have to be in the armed services, but I appreciate that they are very, very much. But I'm not excited by this. I'm not excited by the picture. I don't know who this guy is. And I'm just going to have to give this I don't feel like this is trash though. So I'm going to just have to give this a silent night-night yawn. A Newport Christmas. This is on Sunday, November 2nd. Oh, and it stars Jenna Claire Mason and Wes Brown. I love these two. Wes Brown, because from all of the things he's done. Jenna Claire Mason, who was in that Rockettes Christmas movie, and she was in the one, something that had Heidelberg in the title, and I love that movie. And then there was the one where she was a singer, and I think I really like that one. I had some issues with some of the stuff in it, but anyway, I really like her. Okay. Ella is a charitable and spirited Newport socialite in 1905. Okay. I'm with period piece or time travel. What is this going to be? Oh, maybe there's going to be some time travel. Okay. All right. I'm definitely listening. I see you, Santa. It's already I see you, Santa. She dreams of using her wealth to start a foundation to help others in town. After learning her father intends for her to become engaged to a man she's never met at the upcoming Christmas Eve ball, Ella goes for a nighttime sail in her schooner to clear her head. Upon seeing a comet shoot across the sky, she wistfully wishes for a different life. We got magic already, so yeah. Ella is shocked to suddenly find Nick, a sailor and local Newport historian, aboard her schooner and accuses him of being a stowaway. But Nick insists he owns the boat, and a standoff ensues. Once on dry land, Ella realizes that somehow she's traveled from 1905 to 2025. Oh my God, guys. I don't even need to read the rest of this. This is 1,000,000,000% going to be Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing, because I love both of them. I love time travel. I love magic. Enough said. All in. Okay. Oh my goodness, guys. Christmas Above the Clouds. This airs on Saturday, November 8th. Aaron Krakow and Tyler Hines. I don't even think I need to read this, but I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. When workaholic CEO Eliza Neeser, oh my God, it's going to be a Scrooge. It's going to be like a Christmas Carol thing. Tries to skip Christmas by flying to Australia. She's in for the flight of her life. Haunted by her past, present, and future, she's forced to confront the choices that led to her success, yet left her flying solo. With the help of 3 quirky spirits and a surprise reunion with her ex, played by Tyler Hines, she might just rediscover the magic of Christmas and the love she thought she'd lost. I love a Christmas Carol retelling, and I love these two. It can't be anything except Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing. Next. A Keller Christmas Vacation starring Jonathan Bennett, Brandon Routh, and Eden Sher, Sher. This picture is weird. I don't know. Jonathan Bennett is holding some lady, and then there's another guy in the background. He's holding a lady, and he's wearing a wild hat. They're both wearing wild hats. Let's see what this is about. Okay. Christmas this year is going to be a little different for the Keller family, as parents Anne and Ben buy their 3 adult children, their oldest son, played by Brandon Routh, Cal, middle son, Dylan, and their daughter, Emery, a river cruise down the Danube River from Germany through Salzburg to Vienna, touring beautiful European Christmas markets and towns along the way. The one problem, the very different siblings, who are each going through their own personal life challenges, have naturally gone in separate directions over the years, and the idea of spending 10 days cooped up on a river cruise together makes each Keller child cringe for their own reasons, but they say yes because that's what families do. Family bonding, a secret that brings them all together in time for Christmas. Okay. I am going to say that I love Jonathan Bennett and I love Brandon Routh because it wasn't his fault that that Superman movie was terrible and that he was in. And I am going to say, though, this isn't like make me like super, super pumped, but like it's not a jingle yes, even with them in it. I'm going to say this is, I almost want a category between I See You Santa Okay and Silent Nighty Night Yawn. I'm going to go ahead and say it's an I See You Santa because I think that with those folks in it, even though I don't know who this Eden person is, but I bet I do and I'm just not remembering her name, going to watch that. So, I mean, again, watching everything, but we are going to take a second because I'm going to take a sip of water and I'm going to plug in my computer because I didn't do that. And that's where I'm recording my audio and the battery's getting low. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. You know what? And I don't even think I took a sip of water, so let me do that real quickly right now. Sorry about that. Anyway, what's next? 3 wisest men. Okay. Saturday, November 15th, starring, of course, Paul Campbell, Tyler Hines, Andrew Walker, and Margaret Collin. So, the Brenner family is back. Their lives are more chaotic than ever as Luke, played by Andrew Walker, is expecting twins. Tyler is debating a monumental job opportunity out of state. And Stephen, played by Paul Campbell, attempts to plan for his upcoming nuptials. Everyone's stress heightens when they learn their mom, played by Margaret Collin, who I love, has put their childhood home up for sale, marking their final Christmas in the Brenner house. They've got in-laws visiting, wild animals lurking, Okay. This is really hard because I love all of these guys. I have really enjoyed the last movies, but I'm still going to put this in. Oh, this is hard because I think I like the second one maybe even more than the first one. Is that true? I'll have to go look, but I'm going to go ahead because it is a place that we have been before, people that we've been before, even as much as I love them. And I'm really get excited about something new that I haven't really seen. I'm going to go ahead and give this a jingle. Yes, because I'm sure it's going to be great, but it's kind of a rerun. So we're going to do that. It's a rerun, but it's not. Okay. Tidings for the season. This is November 16th, which is a Sunday. This has Tamara Mowry Housley, BJ Britt, I like him, and Elijah Justice Lewis, who I think is this adorable little kid. Adam Cade, played by Britt, is a serious face on local news. His life takes an unexpected turn in early December when he meets Robbie, a 10-year-old who is Adam's biggest fan. Robbie has an important request. He wants his favorite newscaster to talk about more than just what's going wrong in the world. How about reporting on the good stories too? Adam is ambitious and wants to move up in the world, but he takes this question to heart as the holidays approach. He discovers Robbie's mom, Lucy, played by Tamara Mowry Housley, is a single parent working hard to take care of her son. The last thing she needs is anything complicating a very busy schedule, including Adam, as new friendships form and Adam gains a healthy perspective as reporting changes. He starts covering feel-good stories about hometown heroes during the holidays. There's a romance, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I am going to say that this is going to be another case where I wish I had a category between I See You Santa Okay and Silent Nighty Night Yawn, because I'm going to say it's an I See You Santa Okay because I really like both of them. I'm completely blanking on, I think that BJ Britt was in the Groomsman series, which I started, guys, and I don't even think I watched an entire one of those movies. And he's been in other stuff. I'm going to look it up because I have it in my head that he was in the one. Oh my God, I'm completely blanking. I'll look it up, but I have it in my head that I like him. I like her. I like a cute little kid. So I'm going to say I See You Santa Okay for that one. Moving on. We got to make this fast, guys, because this is like so much talking. God. All right, let me just say this before I go any further. I'm not a sports person, like, at all. So this is, again, these are all just my opinions, right? So, Holiday Touchdown, a Bills love story, because this is an absolute rerun, because we did this already last year with the one with Tyler Hines and, oh my God, her last name's King, Hunter King. And as much as I love them, and Ed Begley Jr., who was in it, and like, oh my God, all the great people who are in it, I wasn't as a big, gigantic fan of that movie, and it made me really sad that I wasn't. So this year, it's got Holland Roden, who I recognize her, and I think she was in a movie that I watched that was one of my worst one year, but I can't remember. Again, not her fault. Matthew Daddario, I don't know who he is, but he's adorable. He's giving me like youngish John Stamos, maybe somebody else. Joe Pantoliano, I love him because mostly for, he's been around for years, mostly for Midnight Run, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Tracy Pollan, who I met on Family Ties back in the 80s. Real life wife to Michael J. Fox, who I love. Also Caroline Aaron, I don't know who she is. Steve Sharipa, I don't know him. Patty Murin, I love her. And Patrick Mulvey, who I can't picture, but I know that name. So it's going to be another one of these where the people live next door to each other. And guys, I'm not going to read this because we don't have time. And there are cameos by sports people who play sports ball. And I have to put this in. I hate to do this because Joey Pants is in this, man. I got to give it a Silent Nighty Night Yawn and hope that it's something better than that because of Joe Pantoliano being in it. And yeah, and this guy's really cute. I'm going to watch it. We'll see. Who knows? Okay. Melt My Heart This Christmas. This is airing on Sunday, November 23rd, and it stars Laura Vandervoort, who I really like, and Stephen Hazard, who I didn't used to like, and I made fun of his face and his beard and stuff, like in some other movie, but then I decided that I did kind of like him. So that's cool. And, she's a passionate glassblower striving to establish her artistic identity, with dreams of showcasing her creations at the Fern Grove Fair. Despite previous rejections from Jack Dubois, played by Hazard, who oversees the entries, Holly finds an unexpected opportunity to assist legendary glassblower Bianca Bonhomme to help Jack. There's a lot of other words here. Let's see. Oh yeah, Bianca's struggling with a creative slump. Holly assists her. Holly does everything she can to help Bianca without giving away her identity while also growing closer to Jack. It's going to be one of those, oh, this is really great. Oh, but I can't tell them that I did it because I have to let them think that Bianca did it and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, guys. I really like them, but I'm going to go ahead and say Silent Nighty Night. But I love glass blowing because I love that show that's on Netflix. So I'm going to move this up to I See You, Santa, Okay, because of the glass blowing and because I like these two. We're going to do that. We Met in December. Thursday, November 27th, starring Autumn Reeser, Niall Mater. Love me some Niall. If you've watched me before, you know I love me some Niall Mater. On an unexpected layover in mid-December, Annie Lane and Dave Weeks meet as strangers in a beautiful hotel all decorated for the holidays. It's love at first sight. They end up having a magical night of sharing hopes, dreams, and a perfect kiss. But then they don't exchange numbers. They miss each other the next morning. They fly back to Chicago with no easy way of tracking people down. The only clues they have are those shared about plans for the upcoming holiday season, and the two embark on separate quests to find one another. I'm gonna say I See You, Santa, Okay, and I'm not sure why this isn't a jingle yes for me, because like Niall Mater almost pushes it there in Autumn Racer. I have nothing against Autumn Racer, but I feel like if this were maybe somebody else, then maybe it would make it a jingle yes for me, but that's where I'm going to put this one for now. The Snow Must Go On. This is Friday, November 28th. This must be Thanksgiving weekend. I'm thinking this is usually when they have like 8 or 9 movies in one freaking weekend. Like 8 movies, I think, last year, but anyway, this is starring Heather Hemmons, who I really love. She's gorge. And Corey Cott, who I think I know. He looks familiar. I'm going to have to look him up. Isaiah Hayward, played by Cott, last appeared on Broadway almost 10 years ago. Since then, getting back on Broadway has been a challenge to escape the grind of the city and reevaluate his life. Isaiah visits his sister Jess and teenage niece Aurora in upstate New York for the holidays, but his Yuletide respite is interrupted when he learns Aurora's high school may have to cancel their annual Christmas musical. When I roll my eyes like that, it's because like, oh my god, this is like so like something we've seen before, but you know, that's how this goes. May have to cancel their annual Christmas musical because they can't find a director. With a nudge from Aurora and the school's guidance counselor Lily Ann Brigante, played by Hemmons, Isaiah decides to save the Christmas show, jumps in as director. And then, of course, there's more. But I'm going to say Jingle Yas because she's so gorgeous. And I think the movie that she was in last year, I cannot, literally, the years, guys, at the age of 55, the years just really all blend together. And it's Hallmark, so it really all blends together. But she was in a movie with this guy and they had such good chemistry, and this other guy I really like played her brother. And anyway, I'm gonna go Jingle Yas because it's such a rerun type of storyline, so I'm not like up here with it, but it is a Jingle Yas for me because yeah, they're adorable. So The More the Merrier. This airs on Friday, November 28th, starring Rachel Boston and Brendan Penny. Love me some Rachel Boston. Alice, an emergency room doctor at a small rural hospital, always volunteers to work their Christmas Eve overnight shift and goes the extra mile to make the holiday merry and bright for patients and staff. When the hospital gets snowed in, Alice and Brian, the newly hired top-rated cardiologists, find themselves in the middle of a bona fide baby boom when 3 women, including the only OBGYN for miles around, go into labor on the rarest birthday of the year. As they team up to bring these bundles of joy into the world as the night wears on, Alice, Brian, and the rest of the staff also work hard to make the holiday feel festive for all the patients. They have different... I don't know, guys. I really like these two, but I'm going to go ahead and say I love Rachel Boston, and I really want, because the last thing that she was in, I don't think I liked that much, because I think... I can't remember. All I know is that when they tried to do the Mrs. Miracle movie, it wasn't that great for me. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a... I'm going to go ahead and say I see you, Santa, okay, for this, because I really do love her, and I really love Brendan Penny. So they're snowed in, a bunch of babies. I'm going to give it that. An Alpine Holiday. This is Saturday, November 29th, and it stars Ashley Williams, Lacey J. Maley, I don't know who that is, and Julian Samani. A grandmother's last wish brings two estranged sisters, Faith and Kelly, back together to travel to the French Alps for Christmas to recreate her first trip there with their grandfather. Facing all the challenges and wonder this unique holiday adventure brings, they learn to cherish their sisterhood above all, while also making room for romance to blossom between Kelly and their French mountaineer guide, Frederick. So I like the sisters angle. I love Ashley Williams. Let's go ahead and give this also a I See You, Santa, okay. Doesn't sound super thrilling, but I love the sister angle. Love Ashley. A Grand Ole Opry Christmas. Saturday, November 29th. Nikki DeLoach. Palaha. It's got Palaha and Nikki DeLoach. So that immediately goes into Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing. Let's see what it's about. Oh, it's also got Rob Mays, Eliza Mayer, Luke Benward, Sharon Lawrence. I know Sharon Lawrence. James Denton, we know him. But I don't know who the rest of those people are. So, Gentry Wade, played by Nikki DeLoach, daughter of a late country music icon, Jet Wade, half of the famed duo Winters and Wade, abandoned her dream of a songwriting career and distanced herself from her father's legacy following his tragic accident 30 years prior. I'm listening. When the Grand Ole Opry invites her to represent Jet at their centennial celebration at Christmas, she's hesitant to return to the place, steeped in bittersweet memories. Encouraged by her good friends, Gentry visits the Opry, and while seated in one of the vaunted venue's oak church pews, oh, guys, she's suddenly transported to 95. Gentry's lifelong friend Mac, a country music talent manager, finds himself in 1995 as well. Thanks to some Christmas magic, Gentry gets precious time with her father, creative inspiration to finish a song she began decades earlier as a teen, and learns surprising questions and answers about her father that have followed her for the last 3 years. Come on. Time travel, magic, Palaha, DeLoach. Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing. That is a no-brainer. Okay. The Christmas Cup. This is airing on Sunday, November 30th, and stars Rhiannon Fish, I really love her, and Ben Rosenbaum, whose name is familiar, but I do not recognize this face. After a knee injury threatens to cut her career short, Staff Sergeant Kelly Brandt returns home in low spirits for the holidays. Her family tries to help by encouraging her to lead her hometown team in the annual Christmas Cup against the rival town. It takes a lot of work, but Kelly organizes her team and gets them as competition ready as she can with the help of fire captain Quinn Stokely, played by Rosenbaum. Sparks begin to fly. Oh gosh, I don't know, guys. I like Rhiannon Fish, but I'm gonna have to give this a let's see. I don't know. This is stressful. I'm gonna give this a silent nighty night yawn and hope for the best, because you know, these are just first impressions. They're just first impressions. They're just my opinions. These are lovely people, I'm sure. Bless these people for making movies and stuff for me to be able to watch, because obviously Hallmark is probably doesn't have that much money, right now, because like lots of people like are having financial things and stuff, but like in the world, and that's why we only got 25 movies and not 40 something movies, because it's expensive to make movies. Fun fact. I appreciate all of this and the ability to be able to sit here in this chair, in my comfy chair in my house with this Christmas background and these ears on, and to make opinions about movies I haven't seen. So there. Okay. Christmas at the Catnip Cafe. Okay. It's Paul Campbell and Erin Cahill, and they're sitting here in pajamas holding cats. So this is at least immediately a jingle, yes, because I love cats. Olivia Pierce is a marketing executive from Oakland, California, Bay Area. Okay. Now I see. Oh, okay. Who's this close to realizing her dream of purchasing a condo, but she's a bit short on the down payment when she learns that her late great aunt left her half of a cat cafe in upstate New York. She thinks it's a Christmas miracle she needed, as long as she can sell and close the deal before the holidays. Olivia's plan hits a bump in the road when she meets Dr. Ben Kane, played by Campbell, the veterinarian who owns the other half. The cafe serves an important role in the town, helping homeless cats find forever homes. He has no intention of closing up shop. That's all I need to read. This, because of the Bay Area connection, because Paul Campbell, because cats, I just have to go ahead and give it. Is this going to be a jingly ass, or is this going to be a Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing? I'm going to go jingly ass, with the potential for this to really be a Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing. 12 Dates Till Christmas, airing on Friday, December 5th. Oh, this is another reality show. New episodes continue each week through... Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not a reality show. It's some kind of a series. Oh, because Mae Whitman's in it. Julianne Morris, don't know him. Toby Sandeman, don't know him. Don't know Nathaniel Parker. I know Jane Seymour. Lucy Eaton, I know that name. And Mary McDonnell, I think I know her. Okay. This has something... New episodes each week through the series finale on Friday, December 19th. So the 5th, the 12th, the 19th. So we're going to have 3 episodes on this. And it sounds like it's going to... Oh, Mary McDonnell. Yes, I know her from like Dancing with Wolves. She looks fabulous in this picture. I love Mae Whitman from Good Girls, which I need to go back and finish. And Jane Seymour, because she's Jane Seymour. And also she's on a murder show that I like. Although this last season hasn't been that great, but I really like the show. It has something to do with... I don't want to read this whole thing, you guys, because I really have to go. But I really have to get on with this and not keep wasting your time. But I'm in because of the people alone. So I'm going to just call it, because it's a series and not a movie, I'm going to call it a... Because I'm still have not gotten over trying to watch that show that had the people who worked at the... It was a movie, and they all worked in this Christmas store that was open year round. And I was like, this is ridiculous that 4 grown women could work in a Christmas store that's open year round and all have these like lovely homes and stuff. That like doesn't make any sense at all. It's completely illogical, and I could not get into it at all. So anytime there's going to be a series, like of movies, it kind of gives me that vibe. But I'm encouraged by the people who are in it. And if I didn't already say, I'm going to give it actually a... Let's see. I'm going to give it a I See You, Santa, okay. That's what I'm going to do with that one. If I said something different, I'm sorry, because I don't remember, because it was all the way like 2 minutes ago. She's Making a List, airing Saturday, December 6th. Starring Lacey Chabert and Andrew Walker. Come on now. Falling on Santa's naughty or nice list used to be a call made by Santa and his elves, but with the number of kids worldwide skyrocketing, Santa has outsourced the job to the Naughty or Nice Group, a consulting firm that has cornered the market on determining a child's niceness, thanks to an airtight formula. As a top inspector with the group, it's Isabel's job to make the tough calls by assessing the children on her list and assigning a verdict. When she is tasked with evaluating a mischievous 11-year-old Charlie Duncan, she expects a routine case, but things get complicated when Isabel unexpectedly falls for Charlie's widowed father, Jason, played by Andrew Walker, and begins to question the rigid rules of her job. As Christmas approaches, Isabel must choose between following the holiday algorithm or following her heart. I love it. I'm 100% here for this. This is absolutely a Hark the Hallmark Angels Sing, because it has to do with Santa and Andrew Walker and Lacey Chabert. She's pretty much like she's the queen. So, and I'm not even saying like she's my favorite. She's very high on my list, but she's kind of like the unofficial, in my opinion, Hallmark like Christmas movie queen. So, since somebody who used to have that title, whose name I won't mention, who made some movies that I still love a lot, doesn't work there anymore. And now I don't watch her movies. But anyway, Absolutely. Yes. Single on the 25th, starring Lindsay Fonseca and Daniel Lissing. I love them both. This is Sunday, December 7th. For Nell Duke, nothing is worse than being single at Christmas time because everywhere she looks, couples are kissing under the mistletoe. After her family cancels holiday plans at the last minute, Nell decides to spend the week of Christmas having fun on her own! Exclamation mark. When she crosses paths with her neighbor Cooper, played by Daniel Lissing, a financial analyst who prides himself on being happily unattached, he notices Nell struggling with being alone and decides to share tips on how to keep the holidays festive. Cooper inspires Nell to challenge her insecurities and find happiness in being on her own. Okay, I really like this. I don't even need to read the rest of this. I love both of them. They're both freaking adorable. And I love the irony of the fact that they are trying to, like, she's being inspired to, like, well, you know what if in this movie, now hear me out, hear me say something crazy right now. What if in this movie he does such a good job of convincing her it's okay to be alone, which is something that I already know and lots of people do, but what if he convinces her of that and then they don't even get together in the end because he's done such a good job of convincing her that being on your own is a-okay? That would be crazy. So just because I want to see if they do something like that, this is top of the list. I got to put this in. No, I'm going to put this in. I'm going to go ahead and put this in Jingle Yes, because I have high hopes for it. But if it turns out that they get together at the end, then this whole thing of being like, let me show you how it's okay to be alone, then it's kind of silly, right? I guess a little bit, but I don't know, because also I'm a little bit sleepy right now. It's only literally like 5:30 in the afternoon, but now I have this new schedule and I wake up at, like, I got to get out of bed by like 4:15 or 4:20. I like the shift and I work 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. But yeah, by this time I'm seriously like, is it bedtime yet? Is it dark outside so that I can get in my bed and not feel like weird about it? But anyway, where did this land? Jingle Yes, right? Or I See You, Santa. Jingle Yes, I think it was. Okay. Roll back. We'll roll back the tape. A Sweet Holiday Romance. Saturday, December 13th, starring Jesse Schramm. I love Jesse Schramm. And Dominic Sherwood. I don't think I know him. It's Christmas week when Sabrina Post arrives at the iconic Grand Fairbanks Hotel in New York City, ready to accept the ghostwriting position for the memoir of Grayson Westcott, a famous art dealer. As a struggling writer, Sabrina can't believe her luck. A paycheck and a stay in her own suite at the hotel. She feels like Cordelia, the heroine from her favorite series of children's books, written by Hazel Hawley. What promises to be a perfect week is complicated when Sabrina meets Ian Turner, played by Dominic Sherwood, a handsome British okay, I like British people. Visitor at the hotel bar. When Ian assumes Sabrina is another wealthy guest at the hotel, she doesn't correct him, a decision she doesn't regret after learning that Ian is a member of the British aristocracy, or so she thinks. The truth is that Ian is not a wealthy lord, but is the personal secretary of Lord Spencer Braxton. Ian is in town for the holidays to oversee the installation of an exhibit featuring the Braxton Royal Jewels at the Avalon Museum. As the week unfolds, Sabrina shows Ian Christmas in New York, and the two start to fall for each other. I like Jesse Schramm. I do like the setting. I like a British accent. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a I See You, Santa, okay. Oi to the World. This is Sunday, December 14th, starring Brooke Dorsey, love her, and Jake Epstein, who I know his name, and I will have to go and see who he is. And but when the water lines break, this is December 14th, I said, okay. When the water lines break at Temple Beth Am, it leaves its members in need of a place to celebrate Hanukkah. Across the street, St. Joseph's Episcopal Church is quick to open its doors and offer shared space for the holidays, with the last night of Hanukkah and Christmas Eve falling on the same day this year, something that rarely happens. The Reverend and Rabbi choose to offer a joint service for their congregations. That means Nikki Roberts, played by Brooke Dorsey, the St. Joseph's Youth Choir Director, must team up with Jake Cohen, the substitute youth choir director from Temple Beth Am, and put on a single musical program. Okay. These are two old high school rivals, and together they're ready to compete for the top prize. So, a Hanukkah, Christmas, mashup movie. I'm kind of hoping there's also like a Hanukkah movie that's just a Hanukkah movie, but I don't know. We're going to flip the page and see. Love Brooke Dorsey. I'm going to give it a... Yes. I See You Santa Okay. A Make or Break Holiday. Saturday, December 20th, starring Hunter King and Evan Roderick. Oh, I love him. He was in that one movie that I loved so much. I will find the name of it. I will put it up here. And it has the other person in it, the non-binary actor whose name is escaping me, who I love, who was in one of my tops from last year, the year before. Anyway, okay. Liv, played by Hunter King, and Daniel, played by Evan Roderick, are hosting their families for the first time this Christmas, and stress is at an all-time high. When unspoken irritations within their relationship finally reach a boiling point, Liv and Daniel find themselves at odds and decide they need to take a break from each other. They decide to move forward with their original plans and not tell their family because they don't want to ruin Christmas. And guys, I like both of them a lot. Crud. I really need another category between Silent Nighty Night Yawn and I See You Santa Okay. And I'm really going to have to make another category, I think. So, because there are movies that I want to put in there. So, I don't know what the name of that category is going to be, but that's where I'm going to put this one. Because I really like them, but this premise is not remotely exciting to me at all. So, guys, we've done it. We're on the last one. It's called And There's No Hanukkah Movie. So, and there's no all by itself Hanukkah movie, which is disappointing, in my opinion. I'm not Jewish. I don't celebrate Hanukkah. I'm not religious at all, but I would really like it when they give us an all Hanukkah movie because, yeah. Anyway, The Christmas Baby. The title alone is not promising for me, but let's take a look. This is Sunday, December 21st, starring Allie Liebert. I love her. Catherine Barrell, who stars in one of the movies that is famously one of my least favorite Hallmark movies of all time. Completely blanking on the name. I will post a screenshot of the, because I've done a review of it, and it's one of my most fun reviews that I've ever done. It's one of the Godwink movies. But she's been in some other stuff too that wasn't terrible. And Barbara Niven. Love Barbara Niven. When a baby boy shows up on their doorstep days before Christmas with a note written especially for them, Aaron, played by Allie Liebert, and Kelly, played by Catherine Barrell, must learn how to navigate their new relationship. Okay, we don't have Hanukkah, but we do have a gay couple. So, and I would imagine that the movie Jonathan Bennett is in, that he's probably going to be gay as well. So that's good, because diversity. Very important to me. They must learn how to navigate their new relationship and career dynamics while unexpectedly caring for a newborn. As the couple spends more time with the baby as a temporary solution until he can be placed permanently, or they can find his mother, they begin to realize that they want to adopt him themselves and go about navigating the complicated world of fostering to adopt, all while their business is booming at the busiest time of the year, Christmas. I have mixed feelings about this. I love Allie Liebert. I love that it is just that they're not like side characters, that it is about them in particular. This feels like a movie that would be like a Miracles of Christmas movie, and like I'm not. Those are like I like the regular, the silly ones that are just Hallmark Channel, like light and fluffy stuff. So for my taste, I am going to put this also in that category that I have yet to create between A Silent Nighty Night Yawn and I See You Santa Okay. That's where it's going to be. Yes. And I really hope that this one knocks it out of the park and like moves way up for me. But that's where it is for now. Wow. I went through all of them. And this is going to, now I just have to figure out how to really make this tier list and put these things on it. when I don't even think that they're going to be like, movie posters for it or anything, but that's okay. We're going to figure it out. If you watch this whole thing, you are amazing, and I appreciate you. If you're watching this on YouTube, which is the only place that I can post a video this long, although I did tell one of my coworkers that maybe I would post some snippets on TikTok, because she just thinks that YouTube is so, like, she didn't say for old people. She didn't say that, but she's a young person, and the young people do watch the TikTok. So, and old people do watch TikTok too, I'm sure. If somebody sends me a link on my text, I will look at a TikTok video, and I have a TikTok, and I have videos on TikTok. So maybe I'll post some stuff on TikTok. Who knows? But if you want to like, if you want to subscribe, surely an angel will get its wings somewhere. I would imagine that will be the case. But I really do appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any thoughts on these movies. Please let me know if you ardently disagree with something that I said, and then I'm like out of my mind for only putting, whatever in a particular list, particular spot. And I think what I'll do is post this tier list at the end and just have it sit up here. We'll see. And then I'll probably also put it on my Instagram, which is @JenWatchesStuff, just like my YouTube channel. So thanks for being here. I'm going to go have a salad and then go to bed. Okay, thanks. Bye.